Hello, and thank you for joining us for this short video on forecasting revenue, trying to bring some clarity to what can be a very uncertain process. A couple of thoughts on revenue forecasting. First, what is it? Here we are trying to estimate the revenue which will mostly be from the sale of our products and services in a given period. Maybe 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 1 year, or even 3 years. Why does it matter? Well, there's probably no metric in your business that's more important. It influences pretty much everything. Your profitability, cash flow, whether you have achieved your goals or not, and particularly your revenue goals. But perhaps more important, sales revenue validates your business model. If customers have something that you want, and that demand accelerates over time, your business is probably in a very good position and will weather all of the storms ahead. So why is revenue forecasting difficult? Well, all revenue forecasting is difficult because we have to predict the future, and we have to rely on assumptions related to our products. Are they good enough? Do customers want what we have to sell them? The competition may not be looking like much now, but maybe they're investing to expand their product offerings in the future. And our pricing. Will our customers buy our products at the price we want to sell them? These are assumptions we must make, and these assumptions we can control to some extent, but there's a whole lot of assumptions we can't control. What about political instability? What about wars? What about a global pandemic? And so on. These things we can't control, and this makes revenue forecasting very difficult. So business leaders look at this problem, and some will simply say, well, last year we grew at 5%, so let's try to grow at 5% next year. Or maybe 6%. We should do better next year than we did last year. Others will say, well, it would be nice if we could take a certain amount of money out of the business next year. In order to do that, we need to grow at 10%, so let's make that the goal. It's a rather arbitrary way, but it's better than having no forecast at all. Here's an idea that may help you in your business. I want you to pretend your business in 2020 had revenues of $35,000, and that means 350 customers paid you an average of $100. So let's work with these assumptions. Now let's drill into these current customers, and by current customers, I mean the ones that bought from us in 2020. Some of them, about 100, are not going to change their buying behavior. They're going to continue buying from us at the same rate, so let's call it $100. So we think that we have around $10,000 almost guaranteed, even though in business, nothing is ever really guaranteed. Unfortunately, however, we are going to lose some customers. They may go out of business, they choose the competitors, and so we're going to get zero revenue from some of them. There are some customers we choose not to work with going forward. We're going to manage them out. Maybe we don't like their reputation, maybe they don't pay their bills, and so there's zero revenue coming from that group of customers as well. But there is good news because we think around 200 of our customers will allow a price increase of about 5%, so that means we'll get 21,000 from that group of customers. In our business, we sell products A, B, and C, and a whole lot of our customers are only buying A, but not B and C. And maybe some are buying C, but not A and B. And this means we have the opportunity to upsell them. So around 20 of our customers we think are going to buy more from us. They're going to continue buying what they're currently buying, and they'll add more. So that's going to yield around $2,400. And then as I said, we currently sell A, B, and C, but we're going to launch a new product sometime next year. Let's call it product D. This is quite a premium product, so we think we'll attract 20 customers to actually buy $150 worth of the product from us. And that we think will yield around $3,000 in revenue. So just by mining our existing customer base of our current customers, we can start to get some clarity on what the revenue opportunities are. Of course, we shouldn't just focus on our current customers. We should go out into the market and try to develop new business opportunities or leads. Let's say we think in 2020 we can develop about 10 leads per month, or 120 leads in the year. And if we think we can convert around 1 in 5, or 20% of those leads, we think that we will take on around 24 new customers in our business. We can then forecast what the average revenue from these customers will be. In this case, we think it's around $120 each, more than the average in 2020, but not as much as the upselling that we think we can do for some of our existing customers. And that's going to yield around $2,880 in our business now. If you work out the results of the year, you can start to see that at the end of this process, we're going to have slightly more customers in 2021 than we had in 2020. 364, and we think that they're going to pay us on average about $108, and that's $8 more than our average rate per customer in 2020. If If you multiply that out, you can see that our business revenue will be around $39,000, and that is a 12% increase on the 2020 figures. That will work for some of your businesses. You may have to vary this model for others, but it's a good way to discipline yourself to think about where the opportunities in your business are and what do you need to do to maximize these numbers. Some of these things you'll be really good at, and some of them will be more challenging. We hope this is a helpful way for you to think about forecasting revenue in your business. Thanks for your time today.